Hello guys, my name is Ray Jennings. I'm the commissioner of the USFL Fantasy Football League. We decided because of the high demand to have a second league, and that is the league that you guys are in. We're calling that the practice league. You can call it a minor league. That doesn't mean you're minor fantasy football players by any means. But again, we did have a waiting list, and due to the fact that the main USFL league, which is a 20-team league, very, very, very competitive, is full, and we had so many on the waiting list, we decided to have the practice league. Our PPR settings are very unique, outside the box, and it takes some time to get used to, as posted on the main league page. So there is a learning curve. We have discovered in trying to fill the USFL 20-team league, the main primary league, we've discovered when we fill that with a new guy that there's definitely a learning curve. So we've decided to start the practice league. That way, new guys coming in can replace teams that come available in the main league by becoming familiar in the practice league. So that's what the practice league is all about. You guys are all going to be invited to the closed Facebook group. So that'll be 20 guys in the main league, and then 16 of you in the practice league. Now, one thing I did do is I've got one team owner from the main league out of each division playing in the practice league. So your job, new guys on the block, is to beat those guys. That's Joey Maynard. He's representing the Boston Breakers in the practice league. I am in there as on a commissioner's chair with John Jennings, my nephew. John will be running the team, so you won't be playing me in the West. But I'm going to find someone to play in the West that is from the main league, I believe, to fill the last team, which is the Denver Gold. And then the other two players that are playing is Brian Tracy. He is from our league, and Kevin Perilou is from our main league. He's heading up out west. So there are a few players from the main league, and they are experienced fantasy football players, experienced with the quirky PPR settings that we have. As I've told everyone in the main league, look, if a guy is good, he's going to be good in our league. All the tweaking that's done on the points and scoring are to make the game more realistic. Somewhere the games are somewhere in the 20-something to 20-something range, sometimes 20 to 13. But most games turn out to be a realistic score. The actual scoring was divided by 7, and there's other tweaks too. So you no need to try to figure out the scoring settings so much. I assure you, when you draft, if you draft a good player, he's going to produce results for you. The wide receivers are enhanced in our league, even though it's PPR, which enhances the wide receiver. They're even more slightly enhanced in our league. Doesn't mean they're better than the running backs. Usually when you get to about the 20th running back, maybe the 25th running back, at that point, wide receivers definitely start catching up and exceeding running back value after about the 20th running back. You got to think about that with a 16-team league. First round goes around. If everybody picked a running back, you'd have all the good running backs taken. Likewise, the second round, if everybody picked a wide receiver, then when the third round came, a wide receiver or a running back would be of somewhat of equal value at that point. There are running backs like Le'Veon Bell, who knows if he's going to play, that are exceeding in value above anyone else, of course. But nonetheless, we are glad that you are here. You are in the practice squad. It is a real league. There are competitive players in this league, and I hope that you stay with us as time goes on. It is a keeper league, but this year will not be keepers. It will be a full draft. So this league is a year-round league, guys, and you may be called up to the big leagues at some point in the future if places become available in the big league. But for now, you're representing your team, your USFL team, in the practice league, As far as I'm concerned, it's just a second league that we have representing the USFL with a chance to move up to the big league, the 20-team league, which is going to make you, the 16-team league is going to make you a better fantasy football player, no doubt about it. But the 20-team league will definitely make you a better football player. You just don't have to. It's just not like these 8 and 12-team leagues. It's going to make you a better player, and I think that's a good thing of value to be in the league and play in these big, deeper leagues. It will make you better in all of your fantasy football play everywhere. Look, if you have any questions, PM me. I'm going to look for USFL Fantasy Football closed group and ask to be invited or join the group. I will also add or invite you, but you must befriend me first on Facebook. Draft is tomorrow night. I have not set the time for sure, but I'm looking at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday night. So get ready, guys. There is an auto draft pick key that you can use to auto draft. I would not choose first or best available player when you do that auto draft pick strategy. If you're going to set that up, make sure you put a position in there. In our league, we do have defensive players that when the draft comes up, they're going to pop up ahead of a lot of other players. You got to get ready for that. You're going to have only 1 minute to draft your player. After that third or fourth round, that's what's going to happen. You're going to start seeing defensive players pop up. So get ready to bypass them so you can pick your players. You must attend the whole draft. If you do not, you're going to get a bunch of defensive players on your team. That's going to kill you. So you really need to stay all the way to the end of the draft or set your auto pick draft strategy. I always advise people pick your individual defensive player, probably the last player, the last final round. We do have trade for draft picks, but not this year. That'll be in the next year. So this year is pretty much straight up draft from the beginning. Everybody draft. Next year you will experience, if you're still in this league, the keeper poker hand that you may be holding, the keepers that you've acquired, and the trade for draft picks, which would occur next year. I'll try to answer any of the questions before draft night. I'm busy because I'm running the 2 leagues. The primary USFL league and then the practice squad league, which again, you guys are not meant to be secondary to the main league. It's just a thing that we have come up with to assure that we keep the main league full and keep other guys fulfilling their wishes to at least play in a league based on the old USFL. So welcome everyone. Draft night tomorrow night. I'll answer questions, maybe not right away, but feel free to ask them, befriend me, and then we'll get you in the closed group. Thanks, man. Thank you, everybody.